Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day before we begin the video. Please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers and updates tease fans should prepare for some shocking twists and bombshell moments in Port Charles. The ABC soap opera has just released a preview video for the week of May 12 to 16, and fans should get ready for some dramatic surprises ahead. Looking back at the episode from Friday, May 2, it was filled with captivating drama. Willow Corinthos, Caitlin McMullen, faced off against Sasha Corbin, Sophia Matson, in a heated exchange. During their confrontation, Willow disclosed that she had traveled to a burn recovery clinic in Germany to see Michael Corinthos, previously portrayed by Chad Duell, but her estranged husband had denied her visit. Later in the episode, Sasha encountered Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, the very person who had urged Willow to visit Michael at the Baden-Baden facility. Sasha recounted the incident to Jason, leaving him shocked to learn that Michael had rejected Willow. Likely, Jason will uncover the truth by either calling Michael or making a swift trip to Germany to confront him about his decision to reject the mother of his children. However, fans are aware Michael didn't. Instead, it was Drew Kane, Cameron Matheson, who bribed a clinic facilitator to inform Willow that Michael had no desire to see her. Once Jason discovers the reality, could this lead to a scenario where both he and Michael agree that Willow should lose her parental rights? This is particularly relevant given the nurse's choice to remain loyal to Drew following his ketamine controversy. At this stage, both men are likely worried about the safety of Wiley Corinthos, Viron Weaver, and Amelia Corinthos, Sequoia, and Serenity Mork-Mako. As the week progresses, Willow is served with legal documents. It appears she will be at work when this happens, raising concerns Michael is officially seeking full custody of Wiley and Amelia. The children might be spending time with Monica Quartermain, Leslie Charlson, during Willow's shift, which would only heighten her shock and anxiety. Both Michael and Jason seem to have reached their limit with Willow's behavior, while Jason has made every effort to bring some stability into her chaotic life. Jason had done his best to try to keep peace between Willow and the Quartermains while facilitating a safe haven for the little ones. Initially, he facilitated a strong agreement between her and the Quartermains, allowing Willow and the children to reside in their home on the Q's estate. The only condition was that she could not be with Drew in the house she once shared with Michael, as Drew was prohibited from the Quartermain property. This was a rule that was disregarded just days after the agreement. Then, despite everyone cautioning Willow against moving in with the ruthless congressman, she did the exact opposite. She quickly relocated herself and her children to live with Drew and Scout Quartermain, Cosette Abinanti, a decision that was not only premature for Wiley and Amelia, but also detrimental to poor Scout. Willow and Drew seem to care only about themselves, ignoring what is best for the children. When Jason learns the truth from Michael, he might not realize that Drew was involved and could think Willow is just out of control and lying to make her husband look bad. This could lead both men to act quickly, asking Diane Miller, Carolyn Hennessy, to file a petition to move the kids back to the Quartermain mansion or to Carly Spencer's, Laura Wright care. Alternatively, Jason might dig deeper and discover who Drew paid off. And this could also push Michael and Jason to act fast to get the kids out of Drew's home. It will be shocking to see how far Drew went to prevent Willow from speaking to Michael. General Hospital spoilers promise an emotional eruption is about to shake Port Charles to its core as the shocking truth behind Drew Kane's calculated lie finally explodes into the open. What began as a quiet cover-up between brothers has now spiraled into a betrayal so deep that the fight may cost Willow Corinthos everything she holds dear: her trust, her marriage, and most devastatingly, their children. Michael Corinthos, long admired for his heart and loyalty, has finally crossed a line he may not be able to return from, and Drew, in trying to shield him, may have unknowingly sacrificed Willow's peace of mind and fractured her fragile recovery from cancer and trauma. As the walls close in, Willow faces the very real possibility that she may lose the two little souls that mean more to her than life itself. It all began with a choice. When Drew discovered a damning piece of information that implicated Michael in a covert operation designed to manipulate Sunny's empire, he chose silence over honesty. Spoilers say the secret is no longer safe. Carly, who initially supported the cover-up for the sake of family unity, has grown uneasy, especially as she watches Willow struggle with trust. Willow's recent instincts have been sharp. Something isn't right, and Michael's evasive behavior is no longer easy to dismiss. When Willow finds an old email thread on Michael's tablet referencing the exact timeline of the events Drew confessed to, a pit forms in her stomach. She doesn't confront him at first. Instead, she goes to Drew, hoping for reassurance. What she gets instead is a look of guilt that confirms her worst fears. Drew doesn't say it outright, but the cracks are there. Willow pieces it together with horrifying clarity. Drew went to prison for something Michael did. Her husband let another man lose a year of his life, endure brutal conditions behind bars, and return a changed man, all without ever taking responsibility. It was a betrayal of justice. But more than that, it was a betrayal of her. Willow, who gave up everything to marry Michael while dying, who trusted in the family they were building, now sees that the man she thought was her anchor was capable of such deep deception. The confrontation is seismic. Willow confronts Michael in the Quartermain living room with their children just upstairs. She's shaking with anger and heartbreak as she demands the truth. Michael tries to spin it at first, saying he wanted to protect her, that Drew made the choice, that it was complicated. But Willow won't hear it. She reminds him that she has been through hell and back, losing her mother, nearly dying from leukemia, enduring isolation to protect their family, and through it all, she believed in their love. To discover that he was capable of hiding something this big, this unjust, cuts her to the bone. Tears pour as Willow's voice rises. She accuses Michael of endangering not just Drew, but their entire family legacy. What kind of father sets that example for his children? What kind of man lets another suffer to keep his hands clean? She tells Michael she doesn't know if she can look at him the same way again. And for Michael, the gravity of his lie finally hits home. But the consequences are only just beginning. Word spreads quickly in Port Charles. Drew's close circle, Sam, Carly, and even Scout, are shaken to realize what he gave up and for whom. Sam demands answers, and Carly is forced to reckon with her role in keeping the secret. Jason, too, starts to question where Michael's moral compass has gone, and whether the Quartermain side of his bloodline has finally eclipsed the heart he once wore so proudly on his sleeve. Worst of all, Child Protective Services is quietly alerted. A GH insider reveals that Nina, still reeling from being cut out of Wiley and Amelia's lives, catches wind of the domestic turmoil and seizes the moment. She reports that Willow, under emotional distress and betrayed by her husband, may not currently be providing a stable environment for the children. Though the call seems cruel, it sets in motion a terrifying investigation. Willow is blindsided when a caseworker shows up at the gatehouse unannounced, asking questions about her mental health, her marriage, and the safety of her children. For a woman who has fought tooth and nail to survive cancer, who finally began to heal in the safety of her family, the idea that her children could be taken away is almost too much to bear. Willow begins to unravel. Despite appearances, her internal strength has limits, and this betrayal pushes her past them. She confides in Elizabeth, her only remaining confidant, and even starts to question whether she should move out of the home she shares with Michael. When she asks for temporary custody arrangements, just until I can breathe again, Michael realizes the depth of the damage he's done. But it may be too late. Sunny, hearing of the CPS situation and Willow's pain, steps in to support her. Despite his own war with Michael, Sonny has always respected Willow's devotion to her children. He offers legal support, a security team, and full access to his legal team if things escalate. Willow is overwhelmed by the unexpected show of support and begins to lean on Sonny in ways she never expected. The irony isn't lost on anyone. Willow finds safety in the arms of the man Michael tried to take down. Meanwhile, Drew's guilt is at an all-time high. Now fully out of prison, he tries to mend the damage, but he is caught between his loyalty to Michael and his empathy for Willow. Sam confronts him, furious that he allowed himself to be used as a scapegoat, and warns him that any hope of rebuilding their relationship hinges on full transparency. Even Scout begins to ask why her father would go to prison for someone else. Drew's entire world is collapsing. Back at the Quartermain mansion, Monica returns after being updated on the situation. She's disappointed in Michael and heartbroken for Willow, whom she's come to love like a daughter. She takes Willow's side without hesitation and urges her to take the space she needs, even offering her a temporary home in the main house if she chooses to separate from Michael. The message is clear. Loyalty doesn't lie in blood, but in integrity. And Michael has lost his moral high ground. As Willow spirals, she begins to experience old symptoms: fatigue, dizziness, insomnia. Fearing her leukemia may be returning, she rushes to GH, where tests are conducted. While the doctors assure her there's no sign of relapse, they warn her that her stress levels are dangerously high and could compromise her immune system. She's urged to reduce emotional strain immediately, another push toward creating distance between her and Michael. In the coming weeks, spoilers tease that Willow may file for a temporary legal separation, seeking full custody while the CPS investigation plays out. Michael, devastated but still unwilling to fully accept blame, turns to Carly, who urges him to fight for his family, but to do so with humility and honesty. The man she raised has lost his way, and even she is unsure how to help him back. As Nina watches all of this unfold, she's torn. Her decision to involve CPS was calculated, but she didn't expect it to snowball into this much pain. Valentine, observing from the sidelines, warns her not to meddle further or risk burning every bridge she's built with Willow. But Nina believes the ends justify the means, if it helps her regain a role in her grandchildren's lives. Meanwhile, Willow makes a bold decision. She begins journaling her story, hoping that one day, her children will understand the strength it took to walk away from the man she loved when his choices endangered their family. The pain is raw, but she knows she deserves better, and so do they. This isn't the end for Willow and Michael, but it is a reckoning. The golden couple of Port Charles has been shaken to the core. Trust is broken, love is fractured, and the future is uncertain. Will Michael step up and become the man Willow believed he was, or has his lie cost him everything? Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our YouTube channel for more update news.